Hello friends, we have something really exciting for you. Today we will speak to the star cast of The Boys, whose season 3 is going to launch soon. As you all know, the trailer of season 3 is released and we can't wait for the full episodes to come. So, let's talk to the star cast of the show and what do they have to say about India. So, there are lots of reports regarding the opening episode of season 3, and you have even mentioned that it was by far the craziest thing you have ever done. So, can you share some of the insights as to what all we can expect in this season?
Yeah, I mean, I think, look, there's certainly a lot of really insane moments. Yes, the first 15 minutes of the first episode are completely bananas, and that will show you whether you should watch the show. If you see the first 15 minutes and say to yourself, like, I'm out, I am out.
That's a good amuse-bouche as to what the rest of the season will be like.
Yeah, at least, yeah, exactly. Like at least we can get you out early. And then the rest of the season really, I think the stakes are higher than they've ever been. I think it's more intense than it's ever been. Funnier and stranger and more, politically on point. And, we just kind of, I think we've been just kind of ratcheting the tension but also, revealing more and more about the characters, which is really the main point of this. I mean, TV is the character business, and it's my job to make you love these characters and continue to evolve them and show who they really are. So I think more than anything, honestly, it really puts our characters through their paces and really forces them to reveal who they are.
Right. So, in terms of WTF moments, would you say that season 3 has surpassed season 2?
I mean, I think so. I'm the last person to ask. I'm literally the last person who will tell you whether this season is good or not. If you were to ask me, I would say it's awful, like everything I ever do, because everybody knows because this is the one where they'll know I'm a fraud, and I can't believe I've gotten them fooled for this long. That's my honest answer. The answer of if it's better, if it's better, I'll just have to look out through the window pane into the world, and the audience will just have to tell me.
I will say that being a fan of the show before I came on in season 3, I'd obviously seen 1, seen all of 2, and then reading the scripts of season 3, I did get to a point where there was probably the biggest WTF that I've experienced just as a fan of the show in this season.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jensen, your character Soldier Boy is new on the show, and fans are really excited to see you on this show. So, how will Soldier Boy's character arrival affect the 7 and what?
Well, it was, this was the original superhero. He was the tentpole that Vought utilized way back in the day, and so he was for decades, and he was always the guy. And his team Payback, that was the original kind of 7. And then he went underground. He went missing. People didn't know what had happened to him. Whether he had been, whether he was in fact dead, either from a war or from late-stage lung cancer. I don't know. But he is now back, and that certainly does pose a threat to the big man on campus, which is Homelander now, who, as Kripke was saying, has never really had a threat to his power and his abilities. He's certainly had threat to his character and that, but has never been somebody that he has had to physically be wary of. And that's Homeland. I mean, that's Soldier Boy. And so there's an inevitable friction that will take place And I'm not just talking about Herogasm.
Okay. Also, Jensen, you have worked with Eric before also in Supernatural. So, how is it different to be on the sets of Boys? On The Boys.
It's just next level. It's just a bigger, giant, grander Amazon stage.
Thank you, Uncle Bezos.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
that was.
so-
I mean, it was. We did that. We did Supernatural for so long, and it was such a great experience for me, and it was certainly a world that Eric built and left us to play in for many years later, and to come off of that and to jump right on to The Boys, it certainly felt natural and comfortable to me, even though I was the new guy on a new set playing a new character with a whole bunch of new actors. But for some weird reason, because of his involvement, it just felt natural.
It's also fun how he's a totally different character this time. We talked a lot about that, from, making sure that his look was different than Dean and really talking about his performance. And I think people are going to be blown away. I mean, I think it's, I told him after watching a few days of dailies, I said, the best compliment I can pay you is, I don't watch that and say, oh, there's Jensen or there's Dean. It's just like you're Soldier Boy. You've completely inhabited this character now, and he's completely different than Dean in every way. And they just feel like two different people to me, which is a credit to Jensen's schizophrenia. Real credit to Jensen's multiple personality disorder.
So, any message for Indian fans?
Just, please tune in. I think you'll love it. I think, it's both exciting and funny and has heart, and also, has a lot to say about the world we're all collectively living in.
Yeah, agreed. They tackle things in this season that you would have never thought that people would try to tackle. They do it, but then at the end of the day, it really is about these characters and how rich and deep and layered they are, and how that is how that translates.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very
so
much.
much.
Thank you.